Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Allotment Dram. This is a series of short videos where we sit and talk about different whiskies in the surroundings of our North London allotment. You join me here on what's been quite a warm, slightly humid sort of day actually. We've finally got some good weather here in London. Had to wait pretty much the whole month of July and we're now almost at the end of it and finally got some nice weather. It's been very rainy, very cold. Yeah, not very good at all, but yeah, lovely afternoon to be up here, to be perfectly honest, and got quite a lot of jobs done. Also picked some more blackberries. Look at those beauties. Pretty much the whole it's a sort of boundary between this plot and our neighbour's plot is a whole like blackberry bush, so it's absolutely heaving with them. So if anyone's got any ideas of what to do with tons of blackberries, then please do let me know in the comments section. But while that's all very interesting, I'm sure you didn't join to watch this video to hear about the weather in North London or what to do with blackberries. You joined to hear about some whiskey, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, what is the Allotment Dram today, I hear you ask? Well, it's a new whiskey and it's literally only been out a couple of weeks, and it is the Kingsbarns Coal Town. So this is, as I say, a brand new whiskey from Kingsbarns, and what it is the third permanent whiskey, single malt, to go into their core range. So they've basically pushed their spirit in different directions within these three whiskies. So you've got this one, the Coal Town, which is named after Coal Town of Wemyss, which is a small mining village just near to the distillery St Andrews, between St Andrews and Kirkcaldy. And this has been matured in old casks, old bourbon casks that have then matured peated Scotch whisky. So it's pushing it in a slightly peated direction, and then it joins in the range. You've got Ducot, which is bourbon cask, and then you've got Balcombe, which is sherry cask. So you can see it's gone bourbon cask, sherry cask, peaty cask. So yeah, quite a nice sort of thing for a core range actually, to go in three different directions like that. But Kingsbarns, you know, quite one of these sort of new artisan craft distilleries, but a little bit different from some of the others in the fact that they were slightly ahead of the curve. They were founded in 2015, just near St Andrews, and renovated some old farm buildings. It was the Wemyss family who founded it, established it, and they also own Wemyss Malts, who have some blended malts, and they have some independent single cask bottlings and own of whiskey, and they also own other spirits like Darnley's gin and things like that as well. But they established a distillery in 2014, and then were really the first of pioneering distillery for the region of Fife. So Fife, for those of you that don't know, is just above, it's in the lowlands, but just above sort of Edinburgh, sort of across the Firth of Forth onto the other side. So they were the first really to re-establish single malt whiskey making in Fife, and now there's sort of 6 or 7 there which have all followed suit. So really pioneering, and great to see them doing so well and actually have a core range now. But what else can I tell you about this? Well, it's bottled at 46%. It's also non-chill filtered and natural colour. So yeah, it's been maturing. They don't state an age, but it's been maturing for its entirety in these ex-bourbon casks, which then held peated Scotch whisky. And they don't say which region or which distillery that it's from, this peated whisky, but yeah, they just sort of leave it at that. And what else? Well, it'll be available, as I say, as part of this core range. And what I also quite like is that they've put it at a very good price. I think it's about £45, so really good price. It encourages you to buy a bottle and actually taste it, rather than sort of collect it or put it on a shelf and admire it for a few years. But I think without further ado, we should probably have a little taste, shouldn't we? So Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, very sort of light colour. Proper look at that in a minute. So yeah, let's have a look at this. A very light, sort of pale, bright lemon yellow colour. Let's have a smell. Gosh, it's quite green. It's a crisp green apple and some sort of candied citrus, candied lime there, and some vanilla as well. But underneath all of this is this sort of maltiness and quite gentle peat smoke. Actually, it's not too sort of in your face, you know. So say you have an Islay whiskey and it can be, whoa, you know, very punchy. It can almost put you off a little bit if you're not into that sort of thing. But this is the beauty of using the cask, because rather than peating your barley and then having to try and control what your spirit's like, you can be quite sympathetic by using these casks, because obviously a lot of the compounds will have come out of the cask into that original peated whiskey, and into the bourbon before that, of course. So what you're getting here is, you know, a bit more subtlety, you know, which, you know, seems to be working very nicely here. Quite sort of spicy and peppery sort of now, but let's have a taste. Wow, it's really very good actually. The nose was very promising, and it really doesn't let you down. You've got all that greenness. It's that green apple, candied lime. There's some lovely sort of sweetness like vanilla fudge, some toffee, maybe even a hint of like white chocolate, or something like that. But all the time you've got this sort of biscuity maltiness just sort of lying underneath, you know. It's like freshly baked biscuits out of the oven. And then you've got this lovely, gentle, quite soft peat smoke just kind of wisping almost around all those other notes. So it's kind of wisping around the green apple and the candied lime and the toffee and the vanilla fudge and the white chocolate. Absolutely delicious. But let's have another taste. We need to make sure, after all. Yeah. That's really good. This could be really good for introducing somebody to the world of peaty, sort of peated whiskies, smoky whiskies, because it has it, and you know it's a characteristic, but it's not dominating everything. So really, really good. Yeah, enough peat there to, you know, probably keep most people happy, but not too much to kind of scare people off as well. I'm now getting, with that second taste, I'm now getting much more sort of spiciness. The peat's becoming a little bit drier, a bit more ashy, and then I'm getting this quite sort of late spice. So like a cinnamon, there's some clove, a bit of gingerbread, ginger, maybe, yeah, crystallized ginger. So it's got a bit of sweetness, a bit of warmth, and then a real like white peppery sort of kick right at the end. Just kind of adds a little sort of zing on your tongue. But yeah, really good, really good. Really delighted to have received this bottle. So thank you to the guys at King's Barnes for sending it to us. We've tried the Ducats and the Balcombe, and they're both very good. And as I said before, what I like is the fact the price is very accessible for most people, like £45, pretty much for all of them, is very, very good, I think, because you know, you want people to taste your whiskey. But also what I like is that they've decided to, you know, rather than using peated malt, which can mess up your whole like production system and take ages to clean, get rid of that sort of smoky sort of taint throughout your whole system. They've decided to use these peated casks, so I like the fact that within the 3 whiskies they're pushing it in all different directions. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. So that's probably about it, from myself and my Blackberries and the Kingsbarns Cold Town. We will bid you farewell. We will let you get on with whatever you were doing before you happened across this video, and we will hopefully see you soon for another allotment dram. Thanks for watching, and cheers.